little introduction for him for your benefit. In addition to the UK, the USA, Austria, and India, Kevin Spence's poetry has appeared in over a dozen Canadian literary publications, and I'll give you just a handful of these publications. By the way, I know I can vouch for the fact that he's in there, because you may not know this. I am a bookseller. I specialize in Canadian literature, and on my inventory of shelves, I see the periodicals that Kevin Spence is in. So, Free Fall to begin, Prairie Fire, CV2, which is short for Contemporary Verse 2, Dandelion, Filling Station, QWERTY, Poetry is Dead, I love that title, and an anthology, The Best Canadian Poetry 2014. His work has been shortlisted for the Robert Crouch Award for Innovative Poetry, and his manuscript, Ignite, was a finalist for the Alfred G. Bailey Prize. If you don't know these names, these are heavy hitters in the icons of Canadian literature. In 2011, he won the Lush Triumphant Award for Poetry for a series of poems about his father's lifelong struggle with schizophrenia. In April and May of 2014, he completed a 100-venue reading tour across Canada accompanied by his chapbooks, and I'll give you a list of them. Pray Goodbye by Alfred Gustav Press. A very noteworthy press, I should add, who prints very limited quantities and fulfills their orders as they go in order to stay alive in this industry, I suppose. Retractable, which is, I love this, the Seraph of Nottingham. That is the publisher. I love the title. Happy Hollow and the Surrey Suite, which is a self-published work. What the Frag Meant. Another great title. That's 100 Tets Press. Snap, which was published by Puka Press. If you know Warren Dean Felton, then you know Puka Press, a great local celebrity. And finally, Surrey Sonnets, which was put out by Jack Pine Press. In 2015, his first full-length collection, Jabbering with Bing Bong, was published with Anvil Press. Kevin followed up this launch with another massive tour, this time 50 venues of scheduled as well as surprise readings in a dozen cities and towns around British Columbia. Zoe Welch, blogging for the Vancouver Public Space Network, writes, "We stopped in at the Brass Neck for a quick brew." If you don't know the Brass Neck, it's a great brew pub on Main Street near Broadway in my old hood. Great spot. One of Kevin's poems is actually titled Brass Neck, and so there, in the thick of this private place, Kevin introduced himself to the public realm. He leapt up and recited the poem to the room. So that's what we mean by the surprise readings as well. He was listened to and roundly applauded. Some call this, she says, a pop-up poem, but not me, and here's why. This was a free-form generosity offered to everyone there, drawing people together in a shared experience that couldn't be bought. It gave us all a moment and a memory, something we all received and in some ways created together, but not something any of us could purchase and cart home to own. On Jabbering with Bing Bong, Dennis Boland writes, Kevin Spence provides further proof that the best writing these days is in the practice of poetry. Kevin's second full-length collection will be published in the spring of 2016, again with Anvil Press. Please welcome Mr. Kevin Spence.